Hi guys, welcome back to Beauties Jireh. I probably need to speak louder because it's all the way up. Okay, welcome back, guys. It's 2 a.m. Amen. And one thing that I was thinking about, I just finished my walk with the Lord. Everything I do is with the Lord, so. I just finished my walk, and I think it was this morning or yesterday morning. Hold on, look it. Look at it, guys. This is love because it was given to me out of love, and just look how beautiful she is. Okay. So, on my walk with the Lord, I was like, this came up, this flower, because I was talking about, the journey and what the Lord is doing with me, and how growth is like a roller coaster. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. I think everyone goes through a period of like, the only way I can think of it is like learning your consistency to becoming a consistent person. That's a nugget. But because like becoming consistent, being consistent isn't just something that you're like, oh, I'm consistent, every single day. Sometimes like you fall off, like you'll be good for like a few weeks and then maybe like one day, or it's like you'll be good for a few days and then like you fall off for maybe a few weeks, or but however it pans out, it's like the 80-20 rule. You are doing more of what you need to do to get the results instead of doing less. And then eventually I feel like you build into where your life becomes a consistent routine. Your life becomes kind of mundane, but that mundane brings you success in whatever area you're, pursuing or whatever. And then the orchid love came about because I was like, I remember when I first got her, it was a birthday gift. And when I first got her, I think she only had like 2 flowers, and they were like really big flowers, like beautiful purple flowers and whatnot. And then shortly, I didn't really know about orchids. So shortly after that, she died, right? But I was like, this is such, it's a beautiful flower. Most people after the leaves die the first time, they get rid of the flower and stuff like that. So I had just kept watering the roots, and then I had done like a little bit of research. I'm not like an orchid expert, but I done a little bit of research on like, the flower and when they bloom and all this other stuff, So I gave her a new home, and then y'all, for a whole year, baby was sitting with just these, okay? Just these, right? But I knew she was doing well because new little leaves were sprouting, and like people would see, it's like, oh, is that a leather plant? And I was like, no, it's an orchid. And then I want to say 2 or 3 weeks ago, this guy popped out, right? And first it was like this long, and then it was starting to grow, so I was like, ooh, let me clip it because it's starting to get long. It was hanging over. As soon as I clipped it, you guys, boom, 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 everything started popping. And I was like, and I'm just like amazed. I'm like, wow, this is so beautiful. Like, they're flossing, y'all. There's so many beautiful orchid little flowers, And on my walk, I was like, man, Jesus, like, it took a whole year of like love and consistency and nurturing and, good sunlight and, a repotting and misting and, a steam bath. I give my plant steam baths. I give my plants steam baths, okay? You have to love what you have. And so I was like, man, it took a whole year. And now look at her. Y'all, okay. She's shining. She is shining. Okay, look at this one right here. And look at these other little babies that are about to pop soon. Right? Right? And I was just like, you know what, Jesus? That's how growth is, or that's how the pursuit of success is. Success to me, I want to say the pursuit of what did you say, worldly success, or because to me I feel like success is oneness with Jesus. But then you do have the look of success. And don't get me wrong, like Jesus is rich, so oneness with Jesus, you'll have everything, you know? Um, but I feel like a lot of times we're going after everything without Jesus, you know, calling that success. And I don't believe that's success. But when it's in the right, I believe there's an order to everything, you know, there's a hierarchy for a reason. You know, we're not even going to get, that's not this video. But, you know, like in your pursuit of success, your pursuit of wherever it is that you're trying to achieve, or make your name, or or being in your purpose, I would say, because if you guys watched videos previously, you know there's a difference between doing something that you love or even that you like, and then doing something that you were born to do, that I believe you were created to do, that the Lord has given you to do. I think one work will eventually give you a good name and a reputation, and you'll die, you might die happy, or you might die just like miserable. And I feel as though the other one keeps you young, keeps you vibrant, like your name lives on forever, your reputation lives on forever. And that's what I'm after, purpose, substance, not just like something that I'm good at and something that I like, but in talking to the Lord, I was like, man, Lord, like just thanking him for the journey, thanking him for the ups and downs, thanking him for, the times that I've stopped, the times that I've started, my willpower, like learning my work ethic, learning myself, and I was like, that's the journey. That is the whole year of like the same thing with the orchid, like learning how to water it, learning what sunshine to give it, learning, like what kind of humidity, temperatures, like all of that is the process, all of that is the process. And if you don't learn that, then you'll never get to the point where you see the flowers. You'll just be like, oh, it's not working, so let me just throw this plant away. When it's an actual live, real plant, and it can grow, it can blossom, it can get better if you put it in the right environments, if you are consistent, if you take your time, if you are patient, with yourself. And that's a computer. And you don't allow, what you see to determine who you are, where you are, where you're going, how successful you are, but you allow what is in you. You allow what you can see in your mind to determine like who you are, where you're going, how successful you are. So that's all I wanted to give you guys. It is 2 a.m. and we're about to go do face yoga and meditate and do a little Pilates for a nice little stretch, It's not about having a perfect plan or perfect light. It's just about getting what you need to get done so that you could be the best you for yourself and for others. And the goal of life is going to bed whenever you want to go to bed and waking up whenever you want to wake up. Amen. I love you guys. Take care.